Hello, kindergartners, and welcome back to day 2 of our new word family book. Could you please get your word family book out? We're also going to need some tools, of course. Kindergarten red. First grade orange. We're also going to need second grade yellow today. Wait, there's one more. And third grade green. Wow. Okay, so going over, we need, see if I can hold them all in my hand at one time. There we go. Kindergarten red, first grade orange, second grade yellow, and third grade green. You know what we also need? Purple, punctuation. We're also learning that this is purple math symbols as well. And handy dandy spacebar. And of course your pencil. Always need our pencils. I'm going to use my gray marker just so it's easier to see. Same as always. Okay. We have our tools out. That means we're ready to get started. Okay. Our word family this week is I heard it. Yup. Ed. Have you written a couple of words on the cover like I told you to do yesterday? Yeah, right. What are some of the words that you wrote on your cover? Yup. Yeah, hearing the word bed that we did yesterday, that made you think of some rhyming words maybe? Yeah, and like I said, keep adding to it throughout the week. Add more Ed family words. Bed, so many that rhyme. So add those to the front, and you can use this to help you remember how to spell Ed. So think about the first sound that you hear, and then add the Ed at the end. Sometimes it might be a 3-letter word. There's some 4-letter words. I know one of the words that we're doing this week is a 4-letter word. Okay. Looking at our first page, the picture or the word that we had at the top is the word bed, right? Our sentence, I have to make my Ed family word bed. It is time for school. We had a lot of silent E words in those 2 sentences. And then you and I draw a picture, maybe you and I draw a picture of a bed together, and then you decided the details that you wanted to add to your story. If you wanted it to be a bed that was already made, or a bed that is unmade and the blanket's hanging off, you decided. Okay, finish that. Before I turn to the next page, would you pause the video and read these 2 sentences to yourself twice? Get some practices with those new first grade words. Reading through twice. Take a second, pause the video if you need to. And then when you have finished with that, second Ed word for the day. Or for the week, right? We did one yesterday, one today. Okay, you know the drill. With your pencil, Ed at the top. Ed. Okay, and then line down the middle. Okay. And if you have already finished thinking about what color you want to use for the word that we're going to be writing, I'm going to use the word or the color, this color. I'm going to use this color. Okay. This is going to give it away so quickly, but I'm going to tell you. This is my hint. This word in the Ed family words is a color. What color could Miss Sorensen be talking about? What color? Blue? No. What color? Yellow? No, that doesn't end in ed. What color could it be? Oh. What color is this? Red. That makes so much more sense. Okay, I'm ready. Red. I'm using red to write red. What letter does red start with? R. Okay, I'm writing R with my red marker. Ed rhymes with ed that we wrote yesterday. Red bed. Ooh, you could have a red bed. Ooh, maybe I'll go back and make my bed red. Okay, we're ready for the first word in our sentence. That means pencils are out. In my case, gray marker. The first word is a kindergarten word. It's the word the. Can you please write the word the? Of course, capital T, right? Of course. The. The space bars are starting to get out and ready to go for the next word. Space bar. The next word we're going to sound spell together. It's the word apples. Not apple, not one apple. Apples with an S. So we know that's plural. That means there's more than one apple. So we're going to sound spell that word. The first letter, ah. What vowel makes that sound? Ah, A. You got it. The space bar, A. Ah. Right? P. App. Apple. Apple. L. Is that what you said too? L. Apple. Remember I said this is a plural word. There's more than one apple. What does that mean there has to be at the end? An S. Right. That shows us that there's more than one apple. Apples. The apples, space bar. I'm not going to be able to fit my next word here, so I'm going to do like this, fit my next word underneath. The next word's a first grade word, and I know we saw this a couple of times last week. It starts with an L. K. Does that jog your memory? K. What word is that? Look, right, first grade word. We already know how to spell this. L, of course. And we know the two letters that make the oo sound. The O, L, O. Okay, you got it. Look. We're getting these first grade words down. The apples look. The next word is our second grade word, but I know that we can sound this one out. The next word is the word very. Ooh. Okay, thinking about it. Very. We have a vowel next. What vowel makes that sound? E. R. Next sound is a very E. It sounds like it would be an E, but sometimes the Y can make that sound. Many has a Y at the end. Very has a Y at the end. Would you please add a Y at the end? And that completes our word very. The apples look very. The next is our ed word. What's our ed word? Red. The apples look very red. Raise your hand if you've eaten a red apple before. Yeah. Raise your hand if you've eaten a green apple before. I like green apple. Ooh, raise your hand if you've eaten a yellow apple before. There's a lot of different colors of apples. I think I'm going to say this fact wrong, but it's important to say there's so many apples that I think I'm pretty sure, I'll have to double check and get back to you. I'm pretty sure if you wanted to eat every kind of apple in the world and you ate one apple a day, it would take you 40 years to eat all of the kind of apples that there are in the world. There's so many different kinds of variations or different kinds of ways that they make apples. And some of them, there's like a lot of red apples, but they're different kinds. They have different tastes and different textures, and some are juicy and some are hard or crunchy. There's a lot of apples. So you might have eaten a different red one than your friend. You don't even know. Okay. Just a little fact for you. I just saw that last night. I thought that was very interesting. I did not know how many apples there were. Okay. My rant on apples is done. Okay. The apples look very red. I'm going to see. I'm going to put it underneath. I don't think I can fit it. Red. Purple period. Right there. Done with that sentence. We have one more. The apples look very red. The next word is a kindergarten word. It's the word can. Remember, it's the first word in a sentence, so we have to do, what do we have to do to the first letter? Capitalize it, of course. Can. Next word is also a kindergarten word. Can we, right here. Can we, okay, our next two words are first grade words. This word, I don't think it was one of our, it was one of our words from yesterday. What is this word? We already wrote it yesterday. What was this first grade word? Have. We're writing that word again. Can we have right? We hear those first three sounds. H, A, V. Remember, there's another letter at the end. What's that letter at the end? An E. H, A, V, E. Can we have, that was a first grade word. Next one's also a first grade word. It's the word not sum like in subtraction, like, or in addition when we're thinking about the total or the sum. So that's spelled S-U-M. This one is S-O-M. And then there's that silent E at the end. Yep. Have and some are very important words to begin to see and hear because we use them a lot in when we're talking. S-O M. And then we have that silent E at the end, just like have and some. Just two words that are just good to memorize. Have and some. Purple period, and we are done with our two sentences. Oh, wait. Well, if you already did a purple period. It isn't a purple period. but there's a purple period in this punctuation. What is this? This last sentence. Can we have some? Is that a purple period? No. What punctuation is that? A question mark, but there's a purple period at the bottom of a question mark. We just have to do that backwards C, straight line down, and then the purple period at the end. Okay, we're ready to read this all together. The apples look very red. Can we have some? I love apples. Love. Okay. Kindergarten Ren. First word, we know. Kindergarten. It's the word the. Okay, looking for your kindergarten words. Oh, interesting. I found this many words. How many? 1, 2, 3. Yesterday we had this many words. Today we have this many words. How many more words did we have yesterday than today? How many more words? Let's think. We had 5 yesterday and 3 today. So we have the 3 counting up to 5. 3, 4, 5. How many did we just count? 2. Right. There's 2 more words in our sentences yesterday that were kindergarten words than today. Thinking about some math thinking. Subtraction or difference. We're hearing what's the difference. We used addition, but you could also use subtraction to figure that out. We could do 5 minus 3. We could go 5, 4, 3, 2. 2 are left, right? The difference is 2. Okay, little side trip on some subtraction. Back to our words. We need first grade orange. The first word, we saw it last week, starts with an L. What is that word again? Look. Underlining look with orange. We've already seen it. We know it. We got it. The last 2 words were also first grade words. We underlined that word yesterday. What's that word? Have. Do you remember what this word was? Not the math vocabulary. This is a different word, but sounds the same. Right, some. Have and some are both first grade orange words. And then, do you remember, I also told you there's a second grade word in here. Starts with a v sound. Do you remember what that word was? Will you point to it on your paper? V. Right. Very. That has a yellow line. Very. And then, I didn't even tell you this. Wanted to make it a surprise. Our ed family word is a third grade word. Can you believe it? Red. We can spell that. That's a third grade word. Red. 3 letters. Third grade word. Green. We got this. Almost every single one of our letters was underlined. Our words was underlined, just not apples. Well, we sound spelled that. A-p-o-s. Very nicely done. Okay, let's read it one more time. The apples look very red. Can we have some? Okay, time to draw some apples. You can follow along with me if you want to, or you can draw your own apples. My first thing that I'm going to do is draw, and you can decide how many apples you want to draw. I'm just going to draw 1. You can draw 5, 10, 15, 20, you decide. But they are red apples. Remember, because we said the apples look very red. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to draw a C. I know. What is Miss Sorensen doing? She's drawing a medium-sized C. That's what I'm doing on my page. You can draw little ones. Drawing a C. Drawing a C. I guess it's kind of a smaller C. Then I'm going to draw a backward C that is symmetrical. Ooh, symmetry. Doing some symmetry stuff. It's going to look exactly like this C, but on the other side. Beep. Kind of see the apple? See, there's my first C. There's my backward C. Right, there's my apple. I'm going to also draw a little line coming out of the top for the stem of my apple. Maybe I'll add a little leaf too. There's my apple. And of course, I'm going to draw my red apple. Yum. Oh, this looks so yummy. Coloring in my red apple. Now I just want to go eat apples. Boop. Here's my apple. You decide. Maybe your apples are in a tree. Maybe they're in a basket. Add some details. Make it exciting. And I will see you tomorrow for our third Ed family word. I'm excited to see what you guys do for your artistic part at the top. Okay, I'll see you then. Bye, everyone.